Wait, Critical Role copied Blades in the Dark and they're selling it as their own product? If you've been following the release of the Candela Obscura Quick Start Guide, then you might have heard a few people talking about Blades in the Dark. So why are people mad at Critical Role for copying this game, and what's really going on here? Let's check it out. Alright, there's no doubt that Candela Obscura uses quite a lot from the Blades in the Dark TTRPG. First, they both use a D6 pool system, where 1 to 3 is a failure, 4 to 5 is a partial success, and 6 is a full success. For attributes, there's 3 categories, and though they have different names, each of the categories are very similar. In Blades in the Dark, there's Insight, Prowess, and Resolve, and in Candela Obscura, there's Nerve, Cunning, and Intuition. Insight, Intuition, Prowess, Nerve, Resolve, and Cunning. And under each attribute, your character would have actions that you can take, and each action has a level that tells you how many d6s you roll when you take that certain action, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so we understand that Candela Obscura undoubtedly borrows from Blades in the Dark, but why is everyone so mad? Well, when the initial Quick Start Guide was released in May 25th, thousands of eyes peered over the rules of Candela Obscura, but nowhere in this guide did they have a list of attributes or inspiration for the game. Not only that, Critical Role seemed to be advertising the Illuminated World system to be something that was brand new and never before seen. So understandably, many people assumed that Critical Role was taking the system of Blades in the Dark, changing it, and branding it as their own, while not attributing John Harper, the creator. Again, this was completely understandable, especially when you bring up the fact that Blades in the Dark's SRD is covered under the Creative Commons License 3.0. This is important because the SRD being covered by that license means anyone is free to share the SRD, copy, and redistribute the material within the SRD in any format, and anyone can adapt, remix, and transform and build upon the SRD for any purpose, even commercially, as long as the person or entity gives the appropriate credit and indicates if any changes were made that the creator is not endorsing the new product. Basically, all of this means that anyone, including Critical Role, can take the SRD material of Blades in the Dark and create anything they would like out of it as long as they credit John Harper for his work, which they didn't do in the Quick Start Guide. However, a few days after the guide's release, and after much talk about the similarities between Candela Obscura and Blades in the Dark, Critical Role released an updated version of the Quick Start Guide where they added a page listing attributions for the system and all lore inspiration they had while creating Candela Obscura's setting. Not to mention the fact that they also state that John Harper is a friend to the creators. So for me, I think that it would have been smart for Critical Role to have added the attributions list in the very beginning when they released the initial Quick Start Guide, but hindsight is 2020. Spencer Stark was on Twitter saying that the Quick Start Guides rarely have attributions in them, including Blades in the Dark. He also goes on to say, "We credit Blades at length in the book." Additionally, while creating Candela Obscura, they had the consulting designer of Blades on their team, who made Scum and Villainy and Band of Blades. Not to mention that John Harper himself posted this on Twitter. If you're a GM or player curious about how action rules work in Blades in the Dark or Candela Obscura, I have a tips and techniques video for you here, with a link to said video. All in all, I think this was just another one of those times where people came up in arms for something they didn't quite have all the information on. Not to throw any shade to those people, because on paper, that's exactly what it looked like. However, with all of this information we know now, the argument that Critical Role was trying to steal Blades in the Dark as their own and hope that nobody noticed is completely false. Anyway, let me know how you feel about this whole situation in the comments, and make sure to like the video, follow or subscribe for more how-to videos, TTRPG discourse, and our Curse of Strahd actual play called Ravenloft Misfits that I DM. Thanks everyone.